Hello Taurus, welcome back to another episode of Solari Tarot, darling. Can you believe it? We are back. It's been a long time. If you want to know where I've been and what I've been up to, I'm leaving a link in the description box of a new video I just posted called Whisper of the Gods. If you have a chance, you should go check it out. It just tells you what I've been up to, how I've been doing, and what I expect from this channel as we move forward. So make sure to check it out. This will be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Obviously not gonna resonate with everybody. Don't make stuff try to fit that's not. Don't try to make energies come into you that aren't you. Yes? Okay. So we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently here. We're going to start with your astrology. I've pulled you some oracle cards here as well, and we'll go over those, and then we're gonna do a tarot spread as well. So let's get started. So we're in Virgo season, your fellow Earth sign right now. It's where the sun is. And it looks like September could be filled with a lot of blessings for you, Taurus. But I don't know if it's gonna be as smooth sailing to get there as you might think. Let's start with September 5th. We have Venus, which is your ruling planet, to entering your 5th house of fun and pleasure. So you know what that means. There could be some paths opening up for some love for some of you. You could have some good times. If you're single, definitely get out there, go meet some people. There could be some alchemic, really sexy things boiling under the surface that show up right away. And if you are not single and you're taken, y'all need to get freaky. Y'all need to get freaky. Now, on September 9th, we have a Mercury retrograde, obviously for everyone. But this is gonna be in your 6th house of work and health. This could be throwing off your whole routine, Taurus. You could just have a wrench in your health life. You might be having some minor health issues, nothing, always consult with your doctor and always go to the doctor if you feel like you need to. But yeah, it looks like your routine could kind of need some restructuring. And don't be expecting any perfection during this Mercury retrograde for any of us really, but especially for you. You're gonna be taking steps back like all of us are so that you know how to make strides forward. Now, we have a full moon in Pisces. It's gonna be in your 11th house of community networking. That's on the 10th, the day after the retrograde. And you might really be connecting with people really deeply at this time. Your team, your partnerships, there might be some really beautiful connections around this full moon, and they're feeling sweet and they're feeling great. Now, on September 18th, the Mercury retrograde is opposing Jupiter. This is gonna be in your 12th house, our spiritual house. We might be daydreaming, even when we have a million things going on that need, we have a to-do list to the heavens, and we're still just daydreaming about what it would be like to be on a Caribbean island with some hot person drinking a pina colada, So make sure that you're productive. Don't get your head too pulled up into the clouds with this Piscean moon. I'm warning everybody about this, really. But you are allowed to explore your inner psyche. You're not a robot, you're a real human being. So, I know that you're Taurus and you function on this very mechanical wavelength, but it's okay to stop, get some perspective, take a step back in a way. That's okay for you this month. It's encouraged even. Now, on September 16th, Venus is opposing Neptune. This is gonna be in your social 11th house, which could mean that you're being deceived if you're not seeing things clearly. It's a big message I'm giving to a lot of folks here this month. If you're feeling that something is off, you need to trust it this month, okay? Especially before you're making any major decisions. We don't love major decisions, contracts being signed at Mercury retrograde time. We don't love that, but life happens, things happen, right? Just make sure that you're not getting the wool pulled over your eyes in that process. Now, listen, we have a new moon in Libra on the 25th towards the end of the month, and you're gonna start feeling like you're getting your shit together. You're gonna start feeling like things are coming in line. If you haven't had any energy levels or your energy's been low, you need to start prioritizing what you need towards the new moon in Libra, yes? And if you've been procrastinating, it's time to get going. I have to say, Taurus, you're not one of the ones I usually talk about procrastinating with so much, ironically, but there is a tendency with this Pisces energy for you here this month to procrastinate, to keep your head in the clouds and not be dealing with the important things that need to be done. So let's talk about your oracle cards, because I think that there's a lot happening for you here in this month, but I think that there's a mask that you're wearing that nobody else is seeing really but you. I think there's a whole underworld behind what you have going on in your life right now that maybe others aren't seeing in your experience. Your animal totem for the month is the starfish spirit. On this card, it says open to infinite possibilities. I definitely see the starfish totem coming out and shining for you around that, around the time of that new moon, towards the end of the month. I think we'll start to see possibilities opening up towards the end of the month. But this retrograde is really gonna make us all step back and take a look at what we've got on our plate and whether it should be there or it shouldn't. I also, for some reason on this card, I've never noticed this before, but it looks like Staryu, the Pokemon. So I don't know. Maybe this is a message for a Taurus that loves the Pokemon Staryu. But I'm thinking about the Pokemon because it's got the little circle in the middle. I don't know. From your Norse deck, you pulled Dottie, Conflict Behind the Mask. This is a thing I want to mention to you this month. There is a tendency for you to have these rose-colored glasses on and not see things for what they are. And if there's anybody around you this month that is trying to get the sneaky on you, you know, there is a little bit of deception in this Mercury retrograde and for you in the astrology as well. Now, before I go into that, I want to say first, tarot is not meant to make you paranoid. What I'm saying is that you need to be listening to your intuition as if something is off. Because sometimes our intuition, if it's followed incorrectly, warps into paranoia. And we start to worry about things that aren't really there. So, and tarot does this to us. It's one of the reasons I left the channel. If you watched that video I told you to watch, you're understanding what I'm saying. But, you know, just be mindful of anybody trying to get one over on you. Because there's a lot churning beneath the surface. We have the underworld here as your archetype card. There's a lot churning beneath the surface. There's this rite of passage that you're going through here during this Mercury retrograde. And it's gonna show you what could be possible and the right modalities to inhibit in order to get there. But don't be so overwhelmed with what you're seeing that you're not taking a hold of the real messages that you're getting about the people, situations around you, yes? Let's get into your tarot. Let's get into your tarot. What's the message for Taurus here, September 2022? What's our tarot message for Taurus, September 2022? Look at that, coming out straight from the gate in the crown of your reading, the High Priestess. Once again, that listening to your instinct. Here on the card, the High Priestess is what we view as the ancient Pythia. In the ancient Greek times, there was a woman known as the Pythia. She was known as the Oracle of Delphi. And political leaders and many people would come and visit her to listen to her utterances about what she had to say. It was said that these oracles could pierce the veil and see beyond what is normally seen. Now, we have this full moon in Pisces, and I think it's bringing some things that were previously in the depths to the surface, but it's also enhancing your power to see beyond the bullshit, my friend. To feel and smell the rotting corpse of something around you that you know doesn't make sense. I think that you need to trust what you're hearing, what you're feeling instinctually at this time. The High Priestess is a very powerful card. It's the archetypal divine feminine power that we all have. Okay, now we have a few things coming up here. Let's see. All right, we got the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups. And we have the 10 of Cups. Very nice to see. First off, let's talk about the crafted work that we're doing this month. Let's talk about, because I think for you this month, it's less about your work and it's more about your stability of your routine, empowering your routine. I think this Mercury retrograde is like restructuring the way that you do your everyday life, the mundane stuff, the day-to-day. And I think you're feeling really instinctual about how to move forward around that day-to-day, but I think that we're wanting to improve something here. I think we're wanting to put a lot of work in. For 8 of Pentacles, this can be studying up on multiple forms of methods for improvement. This is the Craftsman card of the tarot. It is a card of good, specialized work being done. And it's looking like hard work pays off. We have the 3 of Cups here. So we definitely see that there are a lot of possibilities for celebration for you. Definitely towards the end of September, but there just is, just like for all of us. I mean, I think I gave a really similar message to Capricorn. Now, not so much good energy. For those of you at the beginning of the month, you could start something in your love life. I want to say it's socially, out with friends, or you being out in the world where you meet someone that could really start to make you happy, or you could really envision that things could unfold in a really beautiful way with this card. 10 of Cups, I call it the Disney Channel original energy of the tarot. It is what we really want to see in our lives, and it is that gorgeous feeling that we're surrounded by so much abundance and so much beauty and so much celebration. You know, some of our hard work could be affecting our families here this month. Something could, quite frankly, be paying off. We could be celebrating a lot with our families here. I definitely see celebration in the cards for you. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. Taurus. Okay. Yeah, we have Temperance card, Sagittarius energy coming out here. And we have the Chariot, Cancerian energy. A lot of water here for you. Which is unusual, actually. But, you know, it's funny. I think that we're understanding that there is so much that we have to do. And there are a lot of things unfolding for us that are really gorgeous at this time. But there is that maintaining the, for some reason, the Temperance card doesn't always come out to me this way. But it is talking to me here about blending and balancing that day-to-day life. We're really looking at your day-to-day right now, the way that you're going about your days. Also, I'm going to talk about how you're taking care of your health this month. It's going to be important in the month of September that you're caring for your health, that you are utilizing self-care routines. I know that whole self-care thing has become really trendy in our new world, which is really a good thing, to be honest, because it empowers us to stay blended and balanced and moderate and tempered. And I think this month, you might be seeing that there could be stuff behind the mask and stuff boiling under the surface. And I think your feet like in the tarot, like in this Temperance card, are touching the water, but I think that your feet are also firmly planted on land. You're kind of blending, just like the High Priestess does, in blending one dimension with the next, and in bringing something from the spirit into something physical. I think that you're understanding, you're getting a second wind, I want to say, towards the end of the month. There's definitely second wind energy. Seeing a little snapshot of having a Kodak moment that is like, whoa, this is really beautiful. And this isn't necessarily about like what I am or like what I do in the world, but it is, you know, for some of you, this could straight up be blending your crafted life with adding a lover into the mix, or adding deeper relationships into the mix with this crafted life that you're working on. And letting other people be involved in that process. Now let's pull a last row. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what we've got. Taurus, last 3 cards. Okay. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, you know, it's almost like you know, being in one place and also another, and having this energy of, you know, balancing the 2 extremes or the 2 opposites back into the middle. I think it's going to be really important for you to get this blend right now, because we have Mars moving into Gemini next month on Samhain Eve, All Hallows Eve for some of you. And we're going to be talking about that in your reading for next month. But it is going to be affecting you for about 7 months. And I think for this month in September, it's about keeping the balance of, you know, not letting the underworld kind of erupt out of the ground. And if it does, learning how to blend that in with our everyday life, right? Okay, we have the 5 of Wands. There's trickiness here, not deception necessarily. There just could be a little bit of competition, gossip, chaos, drama that's ensuing here in the month. The 5 of Wands is a card I see a lot with the Mercury retrograde. All of us tarot card readers see it, because you'll notice here on the card that there are 5 people and they're all involved into some physical altercation, but they're all using wands. So nobody's dying here. This is just kind of just like the devil's in the details, bothersome issues, typically on a day-to-day basis. And that is a big message for you here. Learning how to blend all of that in your life so that you can still be moving forward with that Chariot and that 10 of Cups, right? Moving forward to what really is that happy story for you. And I think you're starting to see it. And I think you've been working on it. I just think that there's some big progressions here in that arena towards the end of the month. But there could be some conflict in terms of the decisions that we're making. So we might be wanting to step back, as Mercury retrograde makes all of us do, and get that really good objective look at what needs to be done. Capricorn, one more card. Okay, and we're ending with the Knight of Cups. Definitely want to say, I think that there could be some of you here in the month of September that are getting romantic offers from people. You could have love in your chart. You know, I don't like to make these love readings, unless they are coming out and it's an energy that wants to be spoken of, but it is here for you. I just see some of you going out to a social event and meeting a person and clicking with them instantly. There's this immediate alchemy that could be possible with somebody here this month. Could happen at the beginning of the month. You're starting the month on a really high note. And we have that 5th house moment for you, which I think is, obviously it's all about our true love and our intimacy, our partners. And the Knight of Cups is the idea of that knight in shining armor in the tarot, right? He comes in so handsome, watery eyes, has something passionate to say. Be careful of anybody on the fence here at this time, definitely. We have a diagonal up from the Knight of Cups to the 10 of Cups to the 8 of Pentacles. This can mean that what is really beautiful initially and what is starting in a really lighthearted, beautiful way will take a lot of work to get to the place that you dream of. So, be willing to work on something with somebody. Now, I also have this feeling like I want to mention that some of you could be dealing with a brand new person that you have these like really beautiful feelings about. And it's not that they're lying to you, but it is that they have had this energy going on with somebody else, and it's been going on for a long time. This is not meant to hurt anybody, and it's not anybody lying to anyone. It's just that this person doesn't think that it's the right time to mention that they still have this lingering energy with another person. It's not betraying you. It's just that somebody doesn't know how to tell you. And you may be getting psychic insights about this here in the month because you have the High Priestess in your crown. And we have that Pisces moon, right? So, you may be feeling like something's not quite right, but I just want to tell some people, if you're feeling like something's not right, it's not necessarily deceptive. It's just that there's a more complex situation going on than you understand. And if they were to explain that to you, it looks like you would understand. The month for a lot of us, once retrograde hits that peak, is going to look really good. And I think at the end of the month, you really might be feeling like the Chariot card says here, ready to take that big brunt step of energy toward what it is that you're creating and what you're bringing into the world. I think you're making beautiful things this month. I think that you just need to take it slow as Mercury is at the height of its retrograde, because that's what we're all doing, babe. So, Folks, I love you very much. I'm so happy to be back here with you. This is something I love to do. It's just that over the course of years, I haven't always been able to be available on this channel. My ethics changed a lot around tarot in a general way on YouTube. And, in the last couple of years, I thought I had realized that it was not for me. And, but I think I've realized that it's best to have content that is not triggering people and that is just us humans on that path learning who we are together. And that is what I really want to enforce with being back on the channel. I aspire to being available to you much more than I have been over the last year. And I would love to hear from you in the comments about how you've been and how things have been for you in life. I also want to expand the content and do more than just tarot card readings. I would like to make content on, more things about my craft, because tarot is just a small piece of that magical lifestyle for me, and I would like to share more of that with you. So if you're interested in those things, let me know in the comments. I'm really trying to hear from you and see how we can keep this channel going in a way that's authentic to me and you and spirit, because if we're using these powers inappropriately, they all bite us in the ass at the end of the day anyway. So I just want to make sure that we're all coming clean here on the channel. And if you can do that, and I can do that, and we can do it together, I think that we're set up for success. So I love you dearly, and I will see you probably at some point in the month for a mid-month or, another reading. I'm sure I'll do another one. But yeah, this is your retrograde energy. I love you. You're going to navigate through this just fine, darling. You're doing great, sweetie. I will see you soon. I love you very much. Take care of yourselves, and have a good time. Bye-bye.